going back and forth, letting these coaches in? Coach, another year. This is your second time on the preseason kickoff show. It's my second time. Kind of got some what you would call tradition going. And I don't know if it's a good tradition. I don't know if it's a bad tradition.
Yeah, that's a good. When you first start, there's a lot of question marks you have. You go here and every day and just you learn something every day. That's why I tell our kids, if you learn something every day, then by the time you're said and done, you're gonna be a pretty smart guy.
I gotta ask you a question though. Murphy's Fair picked Campbell County to go 7th, and it says coaches' predictions. Can I ask you a question without you getting mad at me? Where did you vote? Did you vote 9?
I think I put us last. I think that's like I said. I think last year we were picked last, and I think it shows the progress we've made and the respect that we're getting. Obviously, we want to be at the top, but I think this year, with that, I think you see that a lot of teams are going to have to really show up to play, and they know that we're not just going to it's not going to be one of their homecoming games anymore, and that's I think it speaks a lot about our kids and the work that they put into it.
Well, we've got a lot of kids returning from last year's squad. We've lost some key kids. Tuffy Shoop, just to name one, which was a pretty strong point of your offense from last year. That seems to be the same as the offense. The defense seems to be the same. But what I think we took notice to from last year to this year, more confidence when those kids are making the reads and making the jump on the ball.
Yeah, you don't think offensively last year we were everything we did went through Tuffy Shoop, and he's a great football player, and we miss him tremendously. But as an offensive coordinator, a lot of times, I thought get Tuffy the football, and he was touching it 70, 80 times a game, which I think at times, going back and watching film, people were able to key on him so much. I think this year we got a lot more weapons, and we got a young quarterback, and the thing with Ethan Jeffers has progressed a lot, but the key to him is get the football out of your hands, get it to these weapons that we have in space as quickly as possible, and let them turn a 2-yard catch into a 25, 30-yard gain. And I think that this year is going to make us more dynamic, because I think we can horizontally and vertically put somebody on the field that's going to make a defense defend all 52 yards.
I know that we finished 3-7. When I say we are truly, it's just us. It's our Campbell County Cougars. It's the community Campbell County Cougars. And I can tell you, the big expectation this year is a lot better than last year. We all have torn down a lot of walls. But I want to talk about a few players that, if you just want to mention them, right across, Brandon Long, Jordan Kendrick, how about Isaac and Corey Phillips, Nate Rudball, Bo Ferris, just to name a few. Also, Ethan Miller, Ethan Simpson. When you mention kids like that, you know what I think of? I think of success and the results.
Well, all those guys are good, and that's what we try. So we talk about being all in our program. We want kids that are all in as a person, as a student, and as an athlete. Because I think if you're good in one phase of that, usually you're good in all three. And if you suffer academically, you're usually going to suffer athletically. And all of those kids, those are our skill guys that we have a lot of confidence in them. They all got a lot of playing experience on the field, and they've all made some good plays for us last year. And we just expect them to continue to grow and help take our program where we want it to be.
Coach, what kind of an indicator was the South Doyle game? I didn't get to see it, and I heard a lot of good things about it. Everybody's kind of curious about the offensive line, and I know that South Doyle's got a couple of D1 prospects on their defensive line. How was that? What kind of an indicator was that?
South Doyle's a good program. I think it's similar to what Campbell County was 4 or 5 years ago. They were a couple 0-10 seasons, and they got a new coach, and he kind of filled it up. But they have a Division I defensive end. I think another guy's D1 AA or whatever they call it, FBS. So he. I think that was good for our offensive line. We kind of changed our philosophy up front this year. We went back to putting all of our linebackers at guards and centers because we feel like we use those guys with screens and pulling so much. And, I think what their quickness and their strength is going to be a huge advantage for us. And I think we showed that in the South Doyle scrimmage. But South Doyle, like I said, they're a playoff team last year, a program that we're trying to see the same growth as they have. But those guys up front,
got to check out the stats on those guys. They were really big players. They were really big guys. You think that we're going to see guys like that throughout in our own district?
Yeah, I think Oak Ridge always up front. That's kind of what separates them. It's usually part of why they're the top pick this this year. And I know the school down the road there, Anderson County, they got some transfers in and some guys that are going to help them. But we got a bunch of homegrown talent that I'm excited about. That's going to up front that can take care of business.
Ethan Jeffers. I know he's a young quarterback. He's a sophomore. He was hurt a little bit last year, but he's got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, he's a big kid. He looks like he's about 25. I think he went to his physical. He's about 6 foot, 6'1", about 192. And I think, just being a bigger body allows him more confidence. I think when he's out there, a lot of times sophomores are so tiny that I think sometimes that messes with their confidence and their ability to play. But, Jeffers, he's got the tools, and he's a very smart football player. He's smart in school, and he's picked up our offense tremendously. And those, like I said, those seniors we have up front and out wide have really helped groom him as well as the coaches, because we knew that he's important for us, but at the same time we just got to keep him where he understands, get the people the ball on time and in space so they can do it and take the pressure off of him.
Well, I can tell you what, it's going to be a huge difference this year. This is my prediction. I predicted to go 8-2, okay? Brent has predicted 9-1.
No pressure. No pressure.
I mean, no pressure. But we know you're not going to do any of that because you're focused on making these kids better, where we want to be the pigskin prognosticators. We want to put all the pressure where it belongs, and that's on the head coach and the coaching staff.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do. That's why I loosened my hair already.
Coach, I appreciate
you guys.
I think we're going to get Coach Matt Price up here, the defensive
he's
coordinator.
probably eating all the pizza.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach. That was head coach Justin Price of the Campbell County Cougars. And